Well, speaking of public health crises and, perhaps taking that term public health crisis and what all it opens up, what doors it opens up when it comes to the government stepping in and what they can do when they deem something a public health crisis, U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy formally declared gun violence a public health crisis, which we all saw coming. And we all talked about how the next thing is going to be gun violence is a public health crisis. Climate change is a public health crisis. All of these things that they want to get through is a public health crisis if you want it to be. And so now he, the U.S. Surgeon General, thinks that he has the authority on any of this. He's calling for a ban on assault weapons and civilian use of large capacity magazines. But by the way, he says gun violence is the leading cause of death for children and adolescents ages 1 to 19. It's not true.
Verifiably false. Like, as anybody that in itself should disqualify anything that he's going to say on the subject, because that is a lie. And in fact, the people keep peddling that stuff and it goes unchecked. Blows my freaking mind. But that's how they do it with this whole public health crisis. They did it before. We saw it. We watched it all in real time. Is that really what that means? Is that it's going to be some eroding of whatever liberties that you have?
Absolutely.
That's how it works. They're going to use this and they're going to say, well, we're going to screw you over. Are we going to solve the issue of violence? Of course, violence. They're probably struggling like violence. What does that have to do with anything here? It has nothing to do with anything. What they're going to do is punish free people, punish people that have used no aggression on anybody, have not committed any actual crimes. They're going to impede on your rights just for the sake of what? Trying to, again, I'm not even going to give them that much credit because they're not going to halt gun violence or anything to that nature.
No. Well, and one more point, Jaco, I want to get your thoughts. If they were actually serious about gun violence, they would do something to clean up the streets of Chicago.
I was about to say that.
They wouldn't be releasing violent criminals into the streets if they cared about gun violence. They would actually be keeping them behind bars. That's not what they're doing, is it?
You know, the law in New York right now is that you could literally, as disgusting as this is, commit a sexual offense, let's just call it what is rape, to a disabled person, and you will walk the same day. You will get fingerprinted and you will walk. So don't come to me with, you want to fight violence. This is about taking power away from good American citizens to silence them into submission. So Big Daddy government can rob your life from you. This is not about, I was going to say, if they were serious, the next statement would have read, we're now focusing on Chicago and we're going for Chicago.
Right.
Not happening.
Well, we're clamping down on crime. We're actually going to imprison these people when they commit crimes. We're not going to release them back on the streets to commit more crimes. Instead, they are issuing 39-page advisories saying that, hey, we should put warning labels on weapons. Oh, wait, you mean that gun could kill someone? I had no idea. That's like not why I had the gun in the first freaking place, to protect myself. But now that you've told... There's a warning label, so now I know I could potentially harm someone with this weapon. Like, that's not the freaking point of any of it. And they're going to say, we're still going to continue releasing violent criminals onto the streets, but we will put a warning label on the weapon so that you know exactly what it is that you're holding. Like, how dumb are these people?
Corruption is in the heart of a man. It's not the weapon. The weapon can't fire itself. You just gave me a brilliant idea that I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a 15-foot wide sign, and I'm going to put it up at the border when I go back down, and it's going to say, warning, open border can kill people. Okay, because that's what's happening.
Yeah.
We'll import illegal criminals. They'll kill 12-year-old American girls, and we'll let them back out on the street. But no worry. We're really fighting crime over here. It's really what this is about.
Yeah, it seems to me if you thought that gun violence was a public health crisis, you would probably do something about the cartels coming in and out of our country.
Well, that will force them to have to address a cultural problem, which is a very tough discussion that people just really don't want to have if you're going to curb gun violence. It has nothing to do, because guns aren't new, especially in the South. Guns are not a new phenomena. I don't understand how all of my parents and their parents were able to go to schools like as teenagers with shotguns and all sorts of stuff in their trucks, right? In the actual trucks, and somehow it was non-existent. You never heard about mass school shootings weapons or anything. There's some other cultural things that we need to be addressing if we're going to curb this. It's not going to be on trying to go after me because I got a few, I don't know, 30 round mags for my freaking.
You may or may not.
Yeah, maybe in the, I don't know, in the river
You
or
lost
something.
him.
Boating accident or whatever.
Tragic.
Yeah, exactly.
Very tragic.
Fishing
I
accident.
too used to have lots of guns and ammo, and it was the worst. It was a roller coaster accident. Don't ask any questions about the details of that. It was just, I know you lost them fishing. I lost them in a coaster, and they all flew.
Yeah.
They just dispersed into the air, and I have no idea where they went. Just letting you know, FBI, don't show up at my door. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.